ನಮಸ್ತೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ವಿಶ್ವಪ್ರಿಯ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾವು ಈ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುವಂತೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಬರೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಅಕ್ಷರಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲದು, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಾಧಕಿಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸಮುದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ತಯಾರಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಈ ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸಮುದ್ರವನ್ನು ಪಡೀರಿ, ಈ ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸಮುದ್ರವನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಂತಹವರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಆ ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ತಿಳಿದು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂತರಂಗವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಶುದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೋದಾಗಿದೆ. ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಅವರು 40 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಹೊರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಕಾರಣ ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಸಹ ಅವರು ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋವನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹಿಸಿ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕೆಂದು ಕಳೆಕಳೆಯಿಂದ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ತಡ ಮಾಡದೆ ಅವರನ್ನು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬನ್ನಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲಲ್ಲಿ ರಮಣಿ ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜನ್ ಅಮ್ಮನವರನ್ನು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸೋಣ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಮ್ಮ, ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಅಮ್ಮ, ನಮ್ಮ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ಕುತೂಹಲ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕಿರು ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜರ್ನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀವಿ ಅಮ್ಮ.
ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶಾಯ ನಮಃ, ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಸರಸ್ವತಿಯೇ ನಮಃ, ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ, ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಪ್ತಋಷಿಯೇ ನಮಃ. ಸಮಸ್ತ ಜನ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣೇ ನಿರತಂ ಕರುಣಾಮಯಂ ನಮಾಮಿ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಂ ದೇವಂ ಸದ್ಗುರುಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವಿದ್ವರಂ. ನನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಹೆಸರು ರಮಣಿ ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜನ್ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಎನ್.ಎಂ. ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜನ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸಂಘಟನ್, which is a central government organization. Before becoming a principal, my identity was as a physics teacher. Friend circle, I was known more for teaching physics to +2 students of 11 and 12. Whatever I am today as a person, it's because of the samskaras I got from my paternal grandfather, Sri N. Appaji Rao, who used to discuss a lot of Vedanta with me even though I was a child. And some of the Vedantic terms I picked up from him at a small age. And also due to the samskaras and values inculcated in me by my father, Sri N. Radhakrishna. I grew up in Kola Goldfields and in a big joint family which used to follow a lot of customs and traditions. So whatever values and samskaras I learnt in that joint family was further nurtured by Gurudev, Swami Chinmaya and Chinmaya Mission. So my prostrations to Swami Chinmaya.
Your past experiences.
And, yes, I got married at a very young age, at the age of 18. And my marriage and my exams were almost simultaneous. Even to this day, many people remember those days. What all happened. I had to attend complete theory exams, attend a practical exam, travel from Bangalore to KGF to get married, again come back to Bangalore to attend an exam. Okay. So under such circumstances, I completed my BSc Honours in Physics. But in spite of all that, I'll talk about the achievements later. Then after that, I went to Ranchi, where my husband was working. I had a lot of ambition to study and become somebody great. So whatever opportunities came in my life, I have always used them to the extent possible. The first opportunity I got was in the year 1971. I was called to be a substitute teacher for about a month in a school called DAV Jawahar Vidya Mandir in Ranchi. So that's how I started my career as a teacher. But then the principal, Mr. Hora, was so impressed with me. He said, you don't have to look for a job anywhere else. You will continue to work with us. So I continued to work as a primary maths teacher. Mr. Hora was very insistent and inspiring, and said, you are a good teacher, you have a great future, you must go, you are very young, you must go and do your B.Ed. So because of him, I took off for a year from the school, and in the year 1974-75, by the time my son was also born, he was about 3-4 years, and with the child, staying with my parents, I completed my B.Ed. Also in KGF I did my B.Ed.
Okay.
And after I completed my B.Ed, Mr. Ora was very particular that I go and teach physics to high school classes. So I was shifted to high school, where I started teaching physics to class 6 to 10. And that was the time that CBSE brought in this 10+2 curriculum. So I was very keen to teach physics at the +2 stage, but I didn't have a postgraduate degree. So all the time I was very anxious and eager to complete my post-graduation either in maths or physics. Luckily, my husband got a transfer to Calcutta. So we moved away to Calcutta from Ranchi. And because of my experience, I got a job in Loreto Day School in Calcutta as a science teacher. But still that urge to study further was there. And fortunately, I found an opportunity in Jadavpur University, where they were conducting evening courses in MSc for physics, chemistry, maths, which is very rare. Normally you have private courses for other subjects. For science subjects, such facilities are there. But luckily, Jadavpur University had that facility. So I gave the entrance exam, got qualified in all the three, but I chose to do my MSc Physics post-graduation at Jadavpur University. It was an evening course for 3 years. It was a very tough period, I would say, in my life and in my husband's and children's lives also, because I had to go to school, take care of 2 children, and attend college. And that was the time Calcutta had a lot of power cuts. So, and Calcutta is a very humid place. So when I come back from college, I had to, if there's no power, you can't sleep. So those power cut times I used to make use of for my study using a lantern. And then when the power came, I would go, power comes, I used to go and sleep.
Okay.
So this is how I managed. It was a very tough time. My husband and children cooperated. The hard days that we went through in Calcutta has really prepared us after that, me, my husband and family, to face any tough situations in life. So it was indeed a very great experience, I would say. Then after completing my MSc, for a short period I was out of Calcutta. My husband was posted in Nigeria. Then I came back. Then I became a +2 teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Ranchi. And then I rose to in Kendriya Vidyalaya to the level of principal. And I took a voluntary retirement in the year 2006, when I was still 56 years, from Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. But then it was at that time I was called by Swami Tejomayananda, who was the then head of Chinmaya mission, to come and help in the education cell of Chinmaya mission, which is called a CCMT education cell. So he appointed me as the administrator of CCMT education cell in the year 2010. In between I used to voluntarily go and help them, but 2010 I took up an official responsibility in Chinmaya mission. And I was, it was a very good experience, because I had to interact, collate and coordinate with 85 schools and 9 colleges. It was indeed a very great experience.
So you were teaching 85?
No, I was in touch with schools. See, I had to monitor the schools in terms of their academics, their administration, their performance, and so many other things which I'll talk about later. So I had to take care of all the schools. They all come under one umbrella, and I was the administrator. We had to go and inspect schools. We call it as academic assessment. And then we had to do administrative assessment, whether they're getting proper funds, they're utilizing all these things. So all that I had to do. Of course, I had the guidance of Swamini Vimalananda, who was the director of CCMT Education Cell. And she guided me. Under her guidance, I managed. It was a very huge responsibility. I would say, a God-given chance for me to grow and use all that I wanted to do in the field of education. I could do it there. That is one thing. And then it also helped me to evolve spiritually. It is there when I was in Coimbatore CCMT Education Cell. I was also accidentally led to this path of Sri Vidya, sadhana, which I am very happy about it, because today it is that sadhana which is keeping me going on. Okay. So many challenges I have faced in the last few years, especially in terms of health, I think. It is the Sri Vidya sadhana which kept me going.
ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನೀವು ಆ ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
Almost from 2013 it's going on. It's more than 10 years.
Yeah, it's a long
journey. And my husband has also been together with me for that sadhana. So we are practicing as a couple. I am doing it more intensely, but he helps me. His support is there for all that. For that, and he is also practicing. That is the thing. And if I have to talk about all those experiences, I think I'll need a separate session.
Sure.
Not now. So I grew up, and it was very fulfilling period for me. In my 10 years, nearly 10 years, I was with the CCMT Education Cell. So, and also while I was in CCMT Education Cell, I was also invited by the Chinmaya Mission of Washington DC to come and help them in the Bala Vihar camps. Swami Dhirananda, who is the resident Acharya, he conducts beautiful camps, but they needed some elderly people to guide the other teachers who are youngsters. So I was invited 7 years. They called me and honored me and gave me an opportunity. That was again a very good experience of interacting with Swamiji, learning a lot of things from him, and guiding all the youngsters. And today they've all grown up and they are doing wonderful job. So that is again another field of experience, I would say, which I went through in my life. So these are some of my past experiences. Today I am a retired housewife. Enjoying that the journey that which was arduous, but today I enjoy. I feel very happy and contented about whatever I've gone through in life. This is the thing.
ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ?
Achievements, see, if compared to so many people today, you see on the social network, I am nobody. But still, as a housewife, under the circumstances in which I was placed, I think I did achieve. And many of my achievements are not known to my own nearby relatives and friends. Even to my own siblings and others, they do not know what all I have gone through and reached this stage. So anyway, you have given me an opportunity to share my achievements. The first thing I would say is, as I told you how my marriage and BSc Honours exam took place. In spite of all that, I secured a second rank in the university. That was one of the boosting moments for me. And then, as I told you, because of Mr. Hora, I did my B.Ed, and because of his insistence, it prompted me to do my post-graduation. And there also, as I told you, in the Jadavpur University, we were about 20 students, and all the teaching was done in Bengali. I was only non-Bengali, but still I could manage to get a first-class first. Secure a first in that Jadavpur University in my MSc Physics. And then the other thing I would say is when I got selected as a physics teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya, I had to attend an interview at Patna. It was the Bihar region. And I was the first one to be selected. And because of that, my posting was also very close, just hardly 2 kilo in the Kendriya Vidyalaya, which was just 2 kilometers from my home. I was posted there. So that was again, that's how I started in Kendriya Vidyalaya. Then since my husband got transferred to Bangalore, I also managed to come to Bangalore. I worked in Kendriya Vidyalaya NEL. I worked in Kendriya Vidyalaya Jalalli. Almost from 92 to 2000 I worked, 8 years I worked. And when I was in Kendriya Vidyalaya Jalhalli, I was selected to go and teach as a postgraduate teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya Kathmandu.
Oh,
This is again an all India level selection.
Yes, yes.
And I was selected, it was a 3 years deputation, which was again a very exciting period in our lives. Fortunately, my husband had retired, he was also there. My children were married, so I didn't have the hassles of worrying about my children. And that period also gave us an opportunity to visit Muktinath and Kailas Manasaro Yatra we could complete because we were in Kathmandu.
Okay.
That was one of the other achievements, I would say. Then after it, while I was in Kathmandu, many of my juniors were harping on becoming principals. I never had that kind of a thing to become a principal, ambition to become a principal. But seeing everybody preparing, I thought, why not I try? So I also tried, appeared for the written exam and attended interview and all. I got selected. And finally, when the selection list came, I was quite surprised that among 3,000 students, teachers who gave the written exam, 280 were selected for interview. Among 280, 80 were selected for principals, and I was the first one to be selected.
Oh, nice.
So, which was a very great achievement for me. And the only thing I feel sorry about is my father was not alive to see me become a principal. Because he is the one who had always inspired me that you should study, you should become somebody great, something, It was thing. And even when I went for the exam and interview, he used to tell, oh, she will make it. She will become the principal. Like that, he used to share with his relatives. But unfortunately, when the results came and I was selected, he was not alive.
Oh.
So he missed that opportunity of seeing his daughter become a principal.
Definitely he would be seeing Amma.
I know that is one thing I think. And so after I became principal, even though I became a principal thing, we had our own challenges in Kendriya Vidyalaya also. At that time, due to change of governments, a lot of problems we did face. Also, before joining Kendriya Vidyalaya, while working in Ranchi in Kendriya Vidyalaya, I also did my MEd from Annamalai University and got a first class. Okay. So these are all some of my professional achievements. And it was at every stage we had our challenges. It was tough, but it was at the same time I enjoyed the journey. Because I was always keen to learn, and even today I want to learn, Yeah. I like to learn new things. So I always enjoyed learning. So with hard work, that interest to learn, and sincerity, that's how I have achieved all the things. And probably that is the values I have inculcated in my children also today. Okay. That there's only hard work, and with hard work you can achieve anything that you want in life.
Correct.
So things. And as I told you, I was in the CCMT education cell. That was again a great thing. And some other day I will share with you my experiences in the CCMT education cell. What all activities I was involved in. And some heart-touching experiences I had there.
Okay, ma'am.
So which I would like to also share some other time. At the end of the day, I would say it's all the grace of Gurudev, which has brought me to what I am today.
Correct.
And I continue, as you know, though I was a teacher, at home I was conducting Bala Vihar classes from 1983 onwards.
Oh, okay.
In Ranchi, almost 100 students used to attend Bala Vihar.
Oh, okay.
When the strength became 100, I had to divide them into two, juniors and seniors. 60, 70 children would come in the morning, 30, 40 children would come in the evening.
Okay, wow.
So it was a very nice experience, and I had a team of sevikas to help. So I had a lot of friends also who joined me as sevikas. We learned from each other mutually, and we taught the children.
Okay.
And I continued that after coming to Bangalore also. You have also seen the Bala Vihar.
Yes.
So it was a very satisfying experience for me, because besides my professional thing, this is what has molded my life more. You know, the Bala Vihar,
Spiritual,
teaching in
yes.
Bala Vihar and association with Chinmaya mission has molded me more.
Amma, you have shared with us that you worked in CMT International.
CCMT education.
CCMT Education.
Cell.
It is the international.
No, it is a. Should I explain to you a little about it?
Yes.
CCMT Education Cell means Central Chinmaya Mission Education Trust anta.
Okay.
So this is the body which governs all the educational institutions of Chinmaya Mission. All schools and all colleges come under CCMT Education Cell,
Okay.
including the Chinmaya International Residential School.
Okay.
Okay, so I was working with CCMT Education Cell as an administrator, so which means I was in touch with all these 94 to 95 institutions.
Oh, okay.
Chinmaya International Residential School ಅನ್ನೋದು, it is one of the only international residential school among the 85 schools of Chinmaya Mission. ಅದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್, ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಕೂಲು. ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದೀಸ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ರೋಡ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂಥ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ರಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್, ತುಂಬ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಾನಂದ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೊರಗೋದಾಗ, ವಿದೇಶಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತರು ಕೆಲವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನು, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆಲೇ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದು, ಹೇಗೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ಆವಾಗ ಅವರಂದರು, ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಹಣದ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಐ ಗಿವ್ ದಮ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, plus I'll see that they are introduced to Indian tradition, culture, everything I'll take care of it ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಅಂತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ತುಂಬ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇದು ಇಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ಂಟ್ come up, the school. So it was a dream for him. But then many of his dreams were fulfilled by Swami Tejomayananda. Okay. Swami Tejomayananda, among the so many projects, one of the big projects with Swami Tejomayananda ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲು. ಅವರು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಿ ವಿಮಲಾನಂದ ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಟು ರಿಯಲಿ ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ, ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನರ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸ್ವರೂಪಾನಂದ ಅವರು, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಮಿಷನ್, he stays most of the time in Coimbatore in that international residential school campus ಅಂತ. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾನು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. in their academic programs or whatever their school regular programs ಅಲ್ಲಿ. But since it was one of the 85 schools, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಾಸ್, ನಮಗೆ CCMT ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅನ್ ಆಶ್ರಮ್. ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಶ್ರಮ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಈ CIRS ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಿ ವಿಮಲಾನಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವು. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸು, ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ಸು, ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟೇ, ಫುಡ್ಡು, ರೂಮ್ಸು, ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದೀಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ದ CIRS ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್. ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ವೆಕೇಶನ್, ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ವೆಕೇಶನ್, ವಿಂಟರ್ ವೆಕೇಶನ್ ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರು ಹೊರಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ 4-5 days ಅವರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್.
ಓಕೆ.
ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ರೂಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಅದ್ರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅವ್ರ ಡೈನಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಲು, ಅವ್ರ ಕಿಚನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು, ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಆಡಿಟೋರಿಯಮ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಸೊ ವಿ ಕುಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಓಪನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವೇ we have CRS is used even today by CCMT Education Cell for all the programs, major programs.
ಓಕೆ.
We have made no special investment for that infrastructure development. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋವಾಗ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಲು, ಟೀಚರ್ಸು, ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಕಿಚನ್ನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸು, ಟೀಚರ್ಸು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ CIRS. ಬಟ್ since it's one of our schools, I can definitely say it's one of the best schools. Very good academic education is given. They give two streams. One is the CBSE curriculum, and another is the IB curriculum. IB means International Baccalaureate Curriculum. So they were preparing students for international boards also. Then they have this Bala Vihar, ಅವರು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಪ್ರೇಯರು, ಸಂಡೇ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಹವನ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋರು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಸೋರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಆ್ಯನ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಡೇ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನ್. It was it's a school of very good standard. It is indeed a great opportunity for one to go and study in that school. That's all I can say about CRS at the moment.
Okay, ಇವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೆಲ್ಕು ಹಾಕೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಇವರು ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿವೃತ್ತ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಇವರು ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಭೌತಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರ ಸಾಧನೆಗೆ ಅವರ ತಾತ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿರಾವ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ಎನ್ ರಾಧಾಕೃಷ್ಣರವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರವೇ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಇವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮದುವೆ ಆದ ನಂತರವೂ ಸಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಮನೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಓದಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವ ಒಂದು ಬಯಕೆಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ಭೌತಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ BSc ಹಾನರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. 1871ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ DAV ಜವಾರ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಮಂದಿರಲ್ಲಿ ಗಣಿತ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ದೊರೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಅವರು B.Ed ಅನ್ನು ಸಹ ಪೂರ್ಣಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಕೋಲ್ಕತ್ತಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಲೊರೆಟೊ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಹ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಓದಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವ ಅವರ ಬಯಕೆಯಿಂದ MSc ಇನ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅವರು ಜಾದವ್ಪುರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕೋಲ್ಕತ್ತಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಅಂಕಗಳಿಂದ ಅವರು ಉತ್ತೀರ್ಣರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ MSc ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು 3 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಧ್ಯಯನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಉತ್ತೀರ್ಣರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ರಾಂಚಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾಗಿ ಸಹ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ 2006ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾಗಿ ನಿವೃತ್ತರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯ ಒಂದು ಕೌಶಲ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಯಂಬತ್ತೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ CCMT ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸೆಲ್ 2010ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಿವ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆಗಿ ನೇಮಿಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು 85 ಶಾಲೆಗಳು ಹಾಗೆ 9 ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರು ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶ್ರೀವಿದ್ಯಾದ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಚಯವೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇವರು ಶ್ರೀವಿದ್ಯೆಯ ಉಪಾಸಕರು, ದೇವಿಯ ಉಪಾಸಕರು. 2013ರಿಂದ ಇವಾಗಿನವರೆಗೂ ಅಂದರೆ 10 ವರ್ಷಗಳಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಮಯವರೆಗೂ ಅವರು ದೇವಿಯ ಉಪಾಸಕರಾಗಿ ಶ್ರೀವಿದ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಅವರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿ ತಿಳಿಯಬಹುದಾಗಿದೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಇವರ ಒಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸಿಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವರ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯವನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ವಾಷಿಂಗ್ಟನ್ DC ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಮಿಷನ್ ಅವರು ಇವರನ್ನು 7 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಕಠ್ಮಂಡುದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ನೇಪಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಠ್ಮಂಡುದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸಂಘಟನದಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಅವರು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ. ಇನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಇವರ ಸಾಧನೆಗೆ ಕೊನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತಿಳಿಬಹುದಾಗಿದೆ.